Thick Granddaddy. And we are back once again for some Forza Horizon 5. That's right, it is Wednesday morning, and you know what that means on my channel. It means it's time to do the daily challenges from the current season, which in this case is autumn. We've got 7 to get through today, so let's just run through them real quick before we dive in there. So first off, we've got racing miles. Drive a total of 10 miles in a road racing events. All right, best way to do that I think is we're going to do the gauntlet. Period. That's 10 miles, right? I think so. All right, next off, bulk smash. Smash 25 items in 30 seconds. Shouldn't be too hard. Find the solar panels. I think that's what I'm going to do is find I'm going to hit the solar panels. Hopefully that's 25. I can't remember for the life of me, but I think so. Then we got Air Force 3. Earn 3 stars from any danger sign. Then we've got next level. Unlock a car mastery. Pretty simple. Hopefully you have some points. Then we've got next day delivery. Win a street race in a vans and utility car. Then we've got the fresh air. Earn 3 air skills in cross-country events. That's not terribly hard. And then soon to be active is bargain hunt. Buy a car from the auction house. And that's pretty simple. If you don't want to spend a lot, you can select on how much you want to spend. It doesn't matter. All right, so let's dive into it. What was the first one? I've already forgotten. How about you? Oh, yeah, we got to do 10 miles in road racing events. So I am going to... No, I don't need to select a car. We are going to do this. Click all that off. Whoop, wrong one. Road racing, there we go. And we want the big dog. Where's the big doggy? Here, doggy, 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 doggy. Is it the Colossus? There's the Colossus. We're going to hit the Colossus. I believe that's 10 miles. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it's over 10 miles. So you can get it one and done. You know, there you go. You don't have to... Let's fast travel. Why am I wasting time acting like I'm going to drive there from where I have my house? I have the beach house just because I like it there. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so here we go. We're going to do the gauntlet, or the Colossus. The gauntlet is the full circuit. That's the circuit race. The Colossus is the big... All right, it's 34.3 miles, so we're going to get it quick, right? There you go. Well, not necessarily quick. It takes about 10 minutes to do. Let's do that. I'm just going to do one of my X cars. Let's... Austin Martin. No. No, no, no. I'm going to sort. Let's do that. Definitely not. Well, we could do it in a Gremlin. Wouldn't that be fun in a Gremlin? Oh, the Valhalla concept. That's always a fun car to run. Bugatti. Oh, I could do it in the Vet. By the way, that's my paint job. If you like it, come on over to the storefront and download it. I'm just kind of indifferent on what car to use. The Jesco? Maybe not. I just don't know. So, okay, we're going to... You know what? Screw it. I'm going with the Vet. I'm going with the Vet. That's what we're going to do. We're going to use the Stingray, and we're going to go with it. Okay, fair enough. Groovy. Here we go. Okay. Hello, Mr. Vet. Yeah, I do love the looks of those, mostly because it has taken on the European look. I mean, let's face it, it does have that. It's a cross between the McLaren and the Ferraris. It really is a cross between. And the design, it has mostly a McLaren look to it. You know, I don't know if they hired a designer from McLaren, you know, or poached him, whatever they do these days. I don't know. So, I'm probably going to have to pause this in a second, just because it looks like my son is calling. So I'm going to have to pause this video momentarily and we'll get back to it. Okay? Hold on a second. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry for that interruption. Just had to work out some driving details for grandkids. Simple as that. No major deal. So here we go. I'm just going to leave it at tourist setting, just because that way those guys aren't going to screw with me while I'm driving. And here we go. Am I in my... Nope, there it was. All right. I thought I was a little close. So yeah, this is 34 miles. It's more than the 10 miles we need. I mean, we'll get it. But I kind of like being able to do it. Of course, you could probably do it on a track in less time. But it's been a while since I've done the Colossus. So yeah, let's do the Colossus. Or I could just end it. Once we hit the 10 miles, I could end it. Oh, I wonder if that... What do you think? Does that count, or do we have to finish? I think the way it was worded is just race 10 miles. So if we just race 10 miles, it shouldn't matter whether we finish this race or not, correct? What do you think, folks? I mean, yeah, I'm going to be giving up some winnings and stuff, but still. We are looking at the time frames, right? Yes. Hard to say, hard to say, hard to say. Okay, so here we go. I don't know where we are at as far as mileage-wise for the 10 miles. Obviously, if we go halfway through and end it, but I don't know. I just don't like ending races in the midst of them. I really don't. I mean, obviously, if I'm running a championship and I know that it's the last race and I won't, where I am currently at, I won't get the points enough to win the championship, then yeah, I restart that particular race. Because I don't want to have to restart the whole championship. If you finish the race, you have to restart the whole championship, because then you'll lose the championship. So, to me, it makes more sense just to do one race over rather than 3 races over, right? Exactly. So you just restart the race. Plain and simple. Okay. I think once we get up into the, once we get up on the mountain, I think that'll be more than enough. And I'll make my decision then. I don't know. I'm figuring it out in my head. So obviously we know it's 34, so half of 34 is 17, right? So 50% will be 17 miles completed, right? Roughly. You know, obviously you can't take into account like straightaways and whatnot like that. I mean, obviously, but yeah. 50% of this race should be 17 miles. So there you go. 25% would be 8.5 miles. So at 35%, I think 35% would be a safe ditch out time. 40% would be safer. But, you know, it's only, you know, what is it? I mean, come on, it's only what? We'll see where we're at time-wise at halfway. And then I'll decide if I want to bail or not. Of course, if the little notification comes up that says, hey, you hit it, there you go, you know, which we would be coming up on here very quickly because we passed the 25% mark. We're coming into 30% completion of the race. So, yeah. I don't know. Come on in, come on in. Now we're going through the city. Is it Guanajuato City? Is that the city name? I always forget. I think it's Guanajuato or Guanajuato. I don't know. Forgive me if you are of Mexican nationality and I'm butchering it. I do apologize. Proper pronunciation, comments below. Or in the chat if you're watching right now. Wonderful. Okay, here we go. Where are we at? 35%. We should be well into that 10 mile. Oh, bugger that. Yeah, I saw it coming. It was a little delayed. It was delayed. I was looking at my percentage and not the track. That's my fault. So we're just gonna, there we go. We'll take it easy to make sure we get it. You know, that's the problem I have sometimes when I'm glancing around. I glance at one too many things and not the track. You know, like I'll look at my map, I'll look at my speed, and I'll look at my percentage. I should just look at one and then down, but I try to get everything in one shot. I don't know why I do that. Why do you do anything you do, you know? Here we go. All right, so we're going around. So far, how has your experience been with Horizon 5? Are you enjoying it? Is it your favorite Horizon, or do you prefer a different one? And if so, which one do you prefer? Are you happy with the car selections in this game? If not, what make of car would you like to see in this game? Those who listen to my videos probably know what I would pick. Obviously, I really want the Alfa Romeo line in this game. It's just not the same without the Alfas. I truly love Alfa Romeo. You know, they have such a history of cars too. You know. Of course, maybe they're just picking and choosing. Of course, there's licenses that come into play, but maybe there isn't a big population of Alfa Romeos in Mexico. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. You know, maybe that's why they're so Ford heavy, or did Ford throw the most money at this game? You know, that's the question. It kind of looks to me like Ford and Ferrari threw the most money at this game. You know, because you look at all the Ferraris that are, you know, and outside of the high-tuned Ferraris, I mean, they're all just kind of, you know, all you need are the top of the line current Ferraris going on right now. You need the Enzo, you need the LaFerrari, the 599, and then obviously the iconics like the original California, some of the racing cars, the Testarossa, you know, the 512. You know, those are the iconic ones. You know, the Daytona. You need the Daytona. Other than that, I just think there's too many Ferraris. Same thing with the Fords. I think there's way too many Fords. You know, I don't know why they pick what they pick. Not in the decision-making process. If you are, hey, let us know, why do you guys pick what you pick for these games? You know, it's always a mystery to me how they sit. You know, how they sit down and say, okay, these are the cars we want, right? Is it maybe, does Ford sit there and say, okay, if you want to use these cars, then you have to use these cars as well? Is it that kind of thing, or what? You know, I don't know. Or do they look at it more in a regional aspect for where the game is set, you know, on what they go heavy on. You know, obviously you're in Mexico on this game, so obviously Ford and Chevrolet, GM's going to have a big showing. Dodge should have a big showing, but Dodge isn't you don't have that big of a Dodge or Jeep selection in this game. I would think that the big three would make up the majority of the cars for Mexico. That's what I would think. And then you'd have like some of the smaller economic type imports, you know, like the Hondas. I'm sure there's quite a few Hondas down there and Toyotas, you know. I think, of course, it's been quite some time since I've been south of the border, but I'm just saying, you know, you go down there, you know, yeah, you see a lot of the smaller Toyota pickups, you know. Before they were called the Tacoma, it was just, you know, the Toyota pickup. You see a lot of those. You see a lot of, like, probably older Honda Civics, older Honda Accords, a lot of Chevys, a lot of Fords, a lot of Dodges, you know. I mean, you're not seeing a ton of Ferraris down there, I'll tell you that right now. You know, you're not seeing a ton of McLarens. You know, if you see McLarens and Ferraris and Lambos down in that area, I kind of question what they're doing in that area, you know. I'm not saying that people can't be successful in other countries. I'm just saying, odds are, chances are, you know, there obviously are wealthy people in every country. You know, there are hard-working people all around the world, not just in the, you know, like the UK or the US or you know, Japan or anything like that. I mean, every country has its, you know, whether it's good or bad, they have their upper echelon of income folk. You know, and some countries are more tyrannical than others. Or so we're led to believe. Maybe they're all tyrannical. Think about that. Maybe all the, you know, the top 1%ers are all tyrannical people. They're all greedy bastards. Not one of them's a nice person. Wow. That's something to bake your noodle in, isn't it? Yeah. Think of that. You know, it's just a little thing to keep us all happy. So we get games like this. But no, we're getting off on a tangent here. I don't mean to do that. I apologize. Here we go. So again, you know, what's your favorite line of car that isn't in this game? Do you have a favorite car that they didn't put in this game that you've used in games past? Ooh, there's a good question for you in the comments. Yeah. And you know, and I touched on this a couple streams ago about the being able to pull your tunes from previous games onto this one. I don't understand why they didn't give us that ability to upload it. I mean, we can do our livery designs that we created. Hell, it goes back to Horizon 2. You can pull up, you know, if you've got on the same thing with Horizon 2, you can pull up those designs. You can pull up your vinyls that you've created from all those previous games. But you can't do the tunes on this game. You could do the tunes on the last game. You know, I don't know why they didn't do that on this game. That's a hard one to figure out. I don't know. Because there was a few tunes on a few Ferraris that I absolutely loved, and a few Lambos that I wish I'd be able to download. And basically what I had to do was I had to go back into 4 or 3, wherever I made those tunes, and I had to write it out. So, and then I went back into 5 and I did that. But why should I have to do that, Forza? Why? Why can't I just download my tune from the previous game and put it on this car? jackasses. Oh, pulled it out. Okay, so yeah, obviously I distracted myself through speaking, so we ended up doing this whole race. Oh, you knew I was going to, didn't you? You knew it. You knew it was going to happen. You knew I was going to get distracted and just get into the rhythm and just do the whole race. You knew it was going to happen. You're getting to figure me out. Of course, I have realized that since I've been doing these streams, I am in the wall a lot more since I'm talking while I'm racing. Yeah, like that. I mean, probably because, you know, talking and racing, it's a bit of a distraction, isn't it? Yes. You know, my brain is doing multiple things all at the same time, which it does on a regular basis, but it's not geared towards the same thing. Okay, so we're almost done here, 97%. We're coming up. The finish line is in sight on the map when it zooms out on the map. So we're just going to kind of do our thing here. And, you know, all right, fine, 15 minutes worth. 15 minutes worth of racing, and there you go. All right, so that's that. We just completed the first one. Yes, it took longer than probably everybody else did it. I don't care. You know, it was a fun race. You know, it was. I got to be in the vet, so there you go. I really, hold on a second. I really have to spend the time and tune that car. Right now, it's not my tune that I'm using. Whose tune is it? I don't know. It is, I want to say it's probably Don Joe Wan Song's tune. Because I usually, any S2 tune I download from somebody else, it's usually from him. Just because I like the way he tunes. If, you know, hey, if also, if you get a chance, if you haven't already checked out his YouTube, boy, I tell you what, he's very entertaining. He is very entertaining. I do enjoy his YouTube videos. I'll watch him every now and then. I just like watching him. I like listening to him talk. He seems like a decent individual, you know. So you can go to, I believe nice. It is.
3 down. Stay frosty in there. It's you or them.
You know what? I want to make sure that I get the name. I get it right. All right, it's locked. Whatever. We're gonna do this anyhow. There we go. Okay, but just so I get it right, because I do want to give. I do like to give props to other YouTubers, other content people. You know. So here we go. All right, there we go. No, I'm using it's Steve. There we go. All right, so as you see, it's DonJoewonsong. DJS. All right, now if you see the little logo there right by his name, the DJS logo, look for that on YouTube. I think that's his logo on YouTube. I didn't realize I was using Steve the Pirate. There's another one to watch out for on YouTube. He does a lot of good content too. In fact, he's kind of the inspiration I took for doing this, for doing my playthroughs. Just because I really enjoyed watching his stuff, and, you know, so there's another one to look at, okay? So we're just going to put that tune right back on. Okay, we'll just put that right back on. Fair enough. Okay, so that is that. I wanted to stay there because we want to look at the festival playlist. Okay, so the first one is down. Next up, we have to smash things within 30 seconds. And we aren't in the best spot for that. Well, I guess we can. Do they count cactus and whatnot? I mean, I don't know. Bushes and everything. Does that all count? Oh, look, a floating phone pole. I'm not going to get out of the vet for this. I'm just going to have fun, and we're going to... Oh, we got it. Wow, that was quick and easy. So anything, run anything over. So we need 3 stars from any danger sign. Well, all right. There's a danger sign right around the corner up here, I
Somebody's on an
believe.
eliminator mission today.
I know there's one up here, but it's a pain in the butt. But I'm pretty sure there's one at the festival site here. It's just, I call it a pain in the butt because you gotta land it just right. So I'm not gonna mess with that one, but there is another one over here. Oh, that was nice. Did you see that slide? I mean, come on. Did we get into Bisu? Alright, that's just still calculating the scoreboard. I'm curious to see if we got that for a nice jump. Wow. I'm looking at my counter to see if we get that. It doesn't look like I'm going to. But either way, that was pretty cool. I liked it. It was sharp. So we're going this way here because... Alright. We need to go down here. Alright, so this is the one I'm going after. You got to hit 1,050 on the 1,050. I didn't select it, did I? You turkey. There we go. No, I did. Alright, so here we go. We're going to go right to that. I'm going to add to my... There we go. This should be just pretty much... There we go. Alright, now it's got to be lined up. Oh, that's... Oh, we're going to flip over on our top. Keep the rotation going. Oh, no, we're screwed. Oh, we definitely got the distance, though. But I screwed the pooch on the launch. So we're just going to come back. And I am going to go right about here. There. Yeah, because then I can just keep it straighter. We'll come this way. And then I can kind of feather it through the turn. Nope. Didn't hit it right. God bless. Alright. So. That's where I want to make my change. Okay. I need a point of reference. Not that. I need that point of reference. There we go. I think this does it. Once I can see, there, we're pretty much right on the money here. Oh, there we go. Now, as long as the nose doesn't drop too far down, we're in good shape, I think. There we go. All right, there's our 3 stars.
You enjoy eliminating the competition a little too much.
So we got Air Force 3 is taken care of. Next up, we need to unlock a mastery skill. Gonna have to change cars for that. So we might as well go to the street race car that I'm going to use. So, alright, fine. So, let me just double check, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, this one's totally opened up. So we're going to change car. We're going to go to a van utility. Was that it? Yeah, that was it. Van and utility. I think those are towards the bottom, aren't they? Vans, utilities. Any day now. Did I pass it? I must have passed it. Sports utility. I gotta go slow now because I wasn't. Where I thought it was towards the bottom, so I just kind of. There it is. Okay. Yeah. Wow. Where is that? Oh my God. That's why I didn't see it because I just went right by it. All right. Fair enough. Vans and utility. Really? You're telling me that? Oh. You know what? It's a street race. I'm using the lightning. Yes. We're going to get in there. I want it delivered. So there we go. All right. So we're going to have that delivered to us. Then we're going to go in. This is the one that we got just the other day. Okay, so I've got other stuff to do here. All right, what do I want? What do I want? What do I want? Wreckage score or skill chain score? Let's do the skill chain score. Why not? There we go. All right, there we go. We got that.
Brutal.
Boom shakalaka.
12 down. Remind me to
That
never
one's
get in a
done.
big purple force field with you.
All right, next is we got to do a street race. Win a street race. What am I doing? I don't know. So we got to go win a street race. Right? Okay. So we want street races, street racing event. We'll take danger sign off. And there's a street racing event. Oh, are we right on top of one? No. There's that one. Pretty simple, right? We'll just drive to it because we can. It'd take longer probably to look to fast travel. Now, I haven't really driven this truck that much. I've done some skill score stuff to, you know, amp up my points with it, and I really liked it. How it is going to be on a street race, I don't know, but it should be all right because it is set up as a racer and not a, I have not set it up as like a drift or anything like that. I've just set it up plainly as a street racing truck because basically the Lightning, that is what it is used, you know, well, not used for, but you know, most commonly, yeah. And I like that Harley Davidson paint job. It's really cool. I think it's cool. Okay, so we're loading this race. It's a street race, and we'll get her done. There you go. Yeah, I think all you have to do for that paint scheme is go in and just search Harley. If you just search Harley, it's going to come up. Okay, we're going to keep it because, you know, hey, we're just trying to get stuff done, so we're keeping it as tourists because we are against Ferraris in a pickup truck, right? So let's be honest. We need all the advantage we can get over the other racers. Because in what world is a freaking F-150 gonna beat a tuned Ferrari? Of course, it takes me back to that. I think it was a Top Gear where Hammond was in. Where was he in? Was he in the UAE maybe? And he was in, I want to say he was in a Zonda or a Porsche. And somebody pulled up next to him, and it was a tricked out Nissan something or other, I think, and just blew his doors off. It was something like, yeah, it was obvious that somebody had thrown some serious loot into the car and they just destroyed him. And he's like, oh, what happened there? You know, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's not every. But if you are tuning a supercar and you're tuning like an F-150, you know, I would still probably give it to the tuned supercar. Just because you know, if they're both tuned and they're both set up similar, you know, it's the aerodynamics that ultimately come into play when you're dealing with something like this versus something like that, you know. I mean, some things you can't beat, and one of them is physics. I mean, things do what they do for a reason, right? I mean, you can't plow through it, expect to plow through air quicker than that, with that, than say the front end of a Enzo. It's just not gonna happen. Because let's face it, pickup trucks are not designed in a wind tunnel. Well, they might be nowadays, but I think if anything, it's more to get the air to flow over the bed system more evenly than the front end being aerodynamic. Because let's face it, you look at the trucks now, I mean, they're actually reverting back to that flat face almost that they were in the 80s and 90s. You know, it was the late 90s when we started to see the rounded out version of the pickup. But now we're starting to see more of that block look in the front end again. So that just goes to show you that aerodynamics mean nothing when it comes to that. And of course, there's some engineer out there probably just throwing his controller at me and saying every name in the book he can say. And hey, I'm not an engineer. I'm just saying, common sense to me says, you know, if it's shaved down, it's going to go through air a lot quicker than if it's just a block. Right? All right, there we go. Okay, so we got to earn 3 air skills in cross-country events. So what we'll do is we're just going to go find the nearest cross-country event, and we will do that because I guarantee you we're just going to, you know, yeah, you get air. There we go, yeah. You'll get air definitely in that, guaranteed, because you're going through dunes and everything. So, duh. Although it is a track, and I'd rather do a circuit. But you know what? We're moving and grooving, so let's just do it. Don't care about that. Let's just do the Horizon race where I can pick whatever the hell I want to pick. You do what you do. I'll do what I do. Okay, what are we gonna do? You know what? I'm actually in the mood to have fun on this, so we're bringing up the Savannah. Just because this is a fun car. You know, these were a great car for looks when they first came out. I liked it because the RX-7 we got before that. You know, this is the transition from the ugly RX-7 to the kick-ass RX-7. This is what connects the two. And I gotta tell you, I do like the look of the Savannah RX-7. It looks a hell of a lot better than the RX-7 from the 70s. That's for damn sure. Those little bubble cars. You know, anybody that's had one or seen one, you know what I'm talking about. They just were unattractive. Well, of course, there are people that, you know, they love those cars. And those are probably the same people that love the original Miatas. I don't know. I just never cared for that look of the original RX-7. Now, the last RX-7 we got to see, that was a killer car. But I do like the Savannah body. I really do. Look at that. Just zippity-dippity-doo-dah right up the yin-yang. Alright, so there's an air skill right there. All I'm concerned about is getting 3. Here comes number 2. Here comes number 3. So there you go. We got that. No serious need for anything else. Alright, it was just air skill, wasn't it? Either way, I mean, if it's ultimate air, we're going to get ultimate air up the yin-yang too. Up the wazoo, Mr. Magoo. I just love that sound. Listen to that engine. It's got a beautiful sound to it. You know, if you had a Savannah RX-7, what would you do? Holy cow, look at that. Ass over apple cart. Wow. Would you do that? I don't think you would. Not on purpose, at least. You know, I'd probably turn it into a sleeper if I had one. I'd probably turn it into a sleeper. It would look as stock as all get out on the outside, but under the hood, See, that's what I've always liked to do. I always like to make a sleeper. You know, why do you need to advertise it, you know? You know, port it, polish it, change out the heads, you know, do everything you can do to the engine, you know, and have, you know, and do that. Get a better exhaust, but don't make it a throaty exhaust, you know. You want a performance exhaust, but you can get performance exhausts that are not noisy. You know, I mean, it's all about subtlety, in my opinion, with some of these older cars. I want them to look as bone stock as possible, just because I like the look of the bone stock vehicle. You know, but at the end of the day, I do want a performance vehicle, you know. I mean, when I had my Impala SS, there's very little I had to do to that car anyhow. You know, I mean, basically, it was a Caprice body with it, you know. They just put a nice little Impala logo on it and changed it around a little bit. You know, which is fine by me. They put a better front fascia on it, and the rear end looked a little bit better, but primarily, and they put a little bit of side ground effects on it and whatnot. But primarily, yeah, it was a Caprice Classic because they, you know, and you throw the LT1 engine under the hood. But you can change like your air filters and all that. You know, you can put a racing filter on it. You could put the exhaust system on it was pretty good. Yeah, you know, and the wheels were, you know, those were performance wheels that I had on that. So that was a great car. Glad I got rid of it right before the fuel increase many years ago, but you know, because it was a V8 and it was a gas hog. So now all we got to do is go into the auction house, buy a car, right? That's the last one we got to do. And look at this. Another reason why I wanted to go right here, because we're right at a festival. So we're going to go into the festival. We're going to buy a cheap car from the auction. So let's go to the auction house. Oh, I got 4 auctions. Let me look at it and see what happened. Oh, the M3 didn't sell and the Lambo didn't sell, but the Fords did. Okay, I'll come back and deal with that later. All right, so let's search. Let's go maximum buyout. Let's see what we can find for 10 grand. Just, you know, no auctions. So, all right, let's up it to 50 grand. Anything for 50. Hey, there we go. All right, we got, okay, a Supra. It's stock. It's tuned. I don't want it if it's tuned. That's bone stock. $10 ago. All right, you know what? That's bone stock. Let's just grab that and be done with it. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so let's buy it out for 49. I don't care. There you go. Buyout, wonderful. Tick, 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 tick. All right, there you go. Collect car. Simple as that. Just go in, you know. I always say start low with the bid or the buyout. When you're doing something like that, I mean, when you don't care what you're getting, because you're going to either turn around and sell it right back again on the auction, or you're going to gift it to somebody. What does it frickin' matter what you get? You know, unless you're looking for something specific. If there's something you want to get off the auction, well then yeah, you know, you don't have to. By all means, do what you want to do. It's your game. You know, don't necessarily think you gotta. Yeah. Okay, so that's that. And that takes us to, we got all of that completed. Daily challenges for the autumn of Series 7 are completed. Wonderful. Well, it wasn't that great. It was great. You know, it probably would have gone a lot quicker, but we did a 15-minute Colossus race, which I still don't regret. Did I get everything from the Forza shop? Yes, I did. Okay. So, let's look at what we're doing tomorrow morning. All right. So, oh, there it is. You see it? Oh, the Ferrari 512 TR. Probably my favorite Ferrari of Ferraris. I do love that car so much. And I am so glad that it is a first section reward for the season. I don't care about the MG3. You might if you're a collector, but there you go. So what we got tomorrow is there you go. You got to get the Vool 05RR and you just own it, drive it. Then what do we got to do? Win any road racing event. So just one road racing event and we're good. Then chapter 3 is you got to hit 170. Okay, great. For 15 seconds. Well, you know where to do that. And then what's the next? Reduced by the... So we got 3 stars on any danger sign. There you go. And that will get you the weekly challenge done. And then a week from today, we're going to do the daily challenges, and those are going to be earn 3 clean racing skills, earn 3 stars from any drift zone, smash 15 flower stalls, earn a skill board skill by hitting any billboard, reach 140 in any dirt racing event. Complete a drift theme Horizon arcade. I won't be able to do that because I am not eligible to compete in an arcade. So Forza just screwed me out of all 7. Oh, great. They're back at it. Jackasses. Earn 3 stars in any speed trap in a classic racer. So there you go for all of us non-gold members or elite status members. You get screwed out of getting all your daily challenges once again by the wonderful people at Forza Horizon. Assholes. All right, then we'll look at the shop later. The trial, there you go. Again, that's for your online, your upper level people. We're gonna have an event lab where you get the CLK GTR Forza Edition. You're getting a Forza Edition car available there. Looks like we're going to have an event lab that involves the vet. Maybe. The car horn is going to be what's falling is what's going to be available there. The danger sign will be getting you a super wheel spin this next week. Looks like you're probably going to need a mini. Speed zone looks like a Merc of some sort, maybe. You get a super wheel spin out of that. Seasonal Championship is going to be up for grabs of Velociraptor 2019 edition. Another Seasonal Championship. This is going to be the Off-Road Championship, and you'll get the Illumicraft C10. And then there's your Horizon Tour. We got a treasure hunt coming. I like the treasure hunts. We got a photo challenge. Okay. And then we've got more Horizon. There you go. Horizon Open stuff, which again does not pertain to me. So there you go. That's going to be the winter season of Series 7, which we will tackle all of those that I can do tomorrow. And hopefully you join me for that, whether it's live or on YouTube. If if you're joining me live for these things, hey, spark up a chat with me during the game sometimes. Also, don't forget to follow this channel on Twitch. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please like the video, okay? I really appreciate the like. We're drowning in the like section. So please, like the video, I'm begging you. Come on. You want to do it. You know you do. Anyhow, like the video, subscribe to the channel on YouTube, click the notification bell so you know when new stuff comes up and you can be the first to watch it and like it on YouTube. Isn't that an honor? I think it is. I think that would be just such a cool thing to do. Be the first one to like it. Wouldn't you love to do that? Yes, you would. So please do it. Okay, so that pretty much sums it all up for Forza Horizons uh, Series 7. What were we on? We were on the autumn. Yeah, autumn daily challenge list. Okay, so until next. Oh, wait. No. I almost forgot to remind you to treat all those you come in contact with kindness, dignity, and respect. Okay? So until next time, ta ta.